In Mark chapter 1, verse 25, Jesus rebukes the unclean spirit, saying, "Be quiet and come out of him." This command is not a request, suggestion, or a polite encouragement. It is an authoritative command from the Son of God. The response of the unclean spirit to Jesus' words reveals the power and authority of Christ over all spiritual realms. This verse is a powerful reminder of who Jesus is and what he represents. Ultimate authority, divine power, and complete dominion over all creation, including the forces of darkness. When Jesus speaks, creation must obey. This is not the first time we see Jesus' words commanding authority. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. The very act of creation itself was accomplished through the power of God's spoken word. Similarly, in Mark chapter 4, verse 39, Jesus rebukes the wind and says to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. The natural world obeys his command because he is its creator. The unclean spirit's reaction to Jesus' command is immediate and unquestioning. It recognizes the voice of its creator and submits to his authority. This recognition of authority should cause us to reflect on our own response to the commands of Christ. If the forces of darkness, which are in direct rebellion against God, must submit to the authority of Jesus, how much more should we, who are called by his name, submit to his lordship in every area of our lives? The fact that Jesus commands the spirit to be quiet is also significant. The unclean spirit had previously recognized Jesus, saying, "I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Mark chapter 1, verse 24. Yet Jesus silences it. This reveals that even the truth, when spoken by an unclean source, is not acceptable. Jesus does not need the testimony of demons. His authority and identity are self-evident. This should remind us that the source of our words matters as much as the words themselves. We must speak truth, but it must come from a pure heart and a place of holiness, not from a place of deceit or wickedness. Furthermore, Jesus' command to come out of him is a direct confrontation of evil. Jesus does not negotiate with the unclean spirit, nor does he allow it to remain within the man. The command to leave is immediate and absolute. This reflects the nature of Jesus' mission on earth, to destroy the works of the devil. 1 John chapter 3, verse 8. As believers, we are called to participate in this mission, to stand against evil in all its forms, and to proclaim the authority of Christ over every dark force. This passage also serves as a sobering reminder of the reality of spiritual warfare. The existence of unclean spirits is not metaphorical. It is a literal truth. Ephesians chapter 6, verses 12 through 13 reminds us that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, we must take up the whole armor of God and stand firm in the power of his might. Mark chapter 1, verse 25 is a powerful testimony to the authority and power of Jesus Christ. It calls us to recognize his dominion over all things, including the spiritual forces of darkness. It challenges us to submit to his authority in our own lives and to speak and act from a place of holiness and purity. It reminds us of the reality of spiritual warfare and our call to stand firm in the truth of the gospel. Jesus' words are not just historical commands, they are living and active, calling us to obedience and faith today.